Hey, Chandler Bolt here, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about a concept called the 20-mile march. Now, the 20-mile march is a concept popularized by Jim Collins. Basically, as the story goes, there were these two groups of people trying to be the first people to reach the North Pole. So these different groups, they took two very different approaches. So the first group said, hey, when the weather's good, we're gonna go as far as fast as we can. So when it was sunny, they'd go 20, 30, 40 miles. When it was snowing a ton, they would hunker down for a day or two at a time, right? And they went just like that, trying to reach the South Pole. Now the second group, they took this approach, which was a 20-mile march approach. So they said, hey, no matter what, every single day, we're gonna march 20 miles. If it's sunny, we're gonna march 20 miles. If it's snowy, we're gonna march 20 miles. So the 20-mile march group, they made it to the South Pole and back, while the other group, they all died trying. So the lesson here is, if you're trying to do anything big in life, you gotta break that big goal into 20-mile marches. So this is kind of, this dovetails with a lot of the other principles that I teach, things like control the controllables, KPIs, leading versus lagging indicators, stuff like that, right? But it kind of, all of these concepts converge on saying, hey, how can I break this down and win the day? So one of my favorite examples of this is Hal Elrod. So he's written a book called The Miracle Morning. It's one of my favorite books of all time. And Hal is one of the most inspiring people that I've ever met. Now, he said, hey, I used a 20-mile march when I was trying to break records in sales with Cutco. So he said every single day, I knew that I needed to make 20 calls or 30 calls or whatever that is, or book 3 appointments, right? So he knew that every day, if he just did that one thing, now all of a sudden, instead of stressing out all day, trying to do all the things, right? To book appointments or to sell knives or whatever those things are, right? He said, hey, I'm just gonna book those 3 appointments and then I can go chill by the pool because I've done my 20-mile march. Now we do this same thing for sales at self-publishing school. We said, hey, we need X number of sales per day. So, lately we've been trying to hit consistently $500,000 a month. So that means we know we need 20,000 or so in sales every single day. So we know that that's our 20-mile march, right? Well, for our SDRs or our sales development reps, for them it's book 3 appointments per day. So I've got this other video that talks about the dichotomy in goal setting. And in that video, I talk about how do we make sure that we're looking through a telescope and a microscope, right? So how do I make sure that I'm looking out there, but I'm also looking at what's right in front of me? And so that's what a 20-mile march is how can we break down these big things into daily activities? So I would encourage you, ask yourself that question. What's a big goal that I have? And then what's the 20-mile march that I can do today or daily? Comment below, let me know what that is, and I'll see you in the next video.